We once again cordially invite our chief guest, His Excellency Eric Walsh, the High Commissioner of Canada to Sri Lanka. Our special guests, Dr. V.P. S.D. Pathirana, Provincial Director of Health Services, Northern Province. Dr. Arumugam Kediswaran, Regional Director of Health Services, Jaffna. Mr. T. Sendulkumaran of Sendulkumaran Relief Agency, Canada. Our guest of honor, Dr. Brahma R. Thangaraja, Consultant Nephrologist and Senior Lecturer in Internal Medicine, Faculty of Medicine, University of Jaffna. I'd also like to invite our Chairman, Dr. S. Kumaravel, former Medical Superintendent, Base Hospital, Savahacheri. Dr. Thangaraja Kandiban, Medical Superintendent, Base Hospital, Savahacheri. And Dr. Tishani Seraladan, Medical Superintendent. On this fine morning, we have gathered here to witness another significant juncture, the handing over of dialysis machines to Base Hospital, Savahacheri. As we are about to commence our events with the lighting of the traditional oil lamp, I kindly invite our chief guest, His Excellency Eric Walsh, to light the traditional oil lamp as is custom. I request Dr. V.P. S.D. Pathirana, Provincial Director of Health Services, Northern Province, to do the honors. I invite Dr. Brahma R. Thangaraja, Consultant Nephrologist, to light the oil lamp. I invite Dr. Arumugam Kediswaran, Regional Director of Health Services, Jaffna, to light the oil lamp. Next, I invite our donor, Mr. T. Sendulkumaran of Sendulkumaran Relief Agency, Canada, to do the honors. I kindly request Dr. K. Jagu, Consultant Physician, to light the oil lamp. I also invite Mr. Satkunaraja, Administrative Officer, Base Hospital, Savahacheri, to do the honors. I invite a member of the Patient Welfare Society, Base Hospital, Savahacheri, to do the honors. I also invite a member of the Tenmarachi Development Association to do the honors. I request Mr. Akilan, Senior MLT, to do the honors. I invite Overseer of the Base Hospital, Savahacheri, to do the honors. I invite Mr. Dharmaraja, Chief Matron, Base Hospital, Savahacheri, to do the honors. I invite a nursing officer from the dialysis unit to do the honors. To conclude the lighting of the traditional oil lamp, I invite Dr. S. Kumaravel, former Medical Superintendent, Base Hospital, Savahacheri, Dr. Thangaraja Kandiban, Medical Superintendent, Base Hospital, Savahacheri, and Dr. Tishani Seraladan, Medical Superintendent, to do the honors. A heartfelt thanks to our esteemed guests for leading this auspicious beginning. As the light continues to radiate throughout the day, and before we journey into the day's proceedings, I humbly request everyone to rise for a minute of silence to center ourselves and reflect. Thank you. Now, moving forward with our agenda, I invite Dr. K. Satyamurthy, consultant physician, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good morning to one and all. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to the Canadian Ambassador to Sri Lanka, His Excellency Mr. Eric Walsey, our Provincial Director Dr. V.P. S.D. Patirana, Dr. A. Kediswaran, Regional Director of Health Service, Mr. T. Senthilkumaran's Relief Agency, Dr. Brahma, Consultant Nephrologist, Teaching Hospital, Jaffna, Dr. Kumaravel, Medical Superintendent, Dr. T. Kandiben, Medical Superintendent, Dr. Dishani Seraladan, Medical Superintendent, Dr. Kamala Jegu, Consultant Physician, medical officers, nursing officers, and other members of the staff, and members of Hospital Development Society, and members of Tenmarachi Development Association, and well-wishers. My name is Dr. K. Satyamurthy, consultant physician here at Base Hospital, Chavagacheri. Welcome, sir, to Northern Province, and welcome to Chavagacheri. We are gathered here on this day thanks for the generosity of our special guest, Mr. T. Senthilkumarans, who have donated 2 fully equipped dialysis machines to us. The dialysis unit at Base Hospital, Chavagacheri, which was initiated in 2017 with 2 dialysis machines, is currently functioning with 4 beds and 5 dialysis machines. We cater to approximately 24 patients every month on twice weekly basis cycles, but the requirements is in reality much higher. Though there is an official cover by consultant nephrologist in Jaffna teaching hospitals, us consultant oversee the dialysis here. Thanks to new set of machines and our new state-of-the-art facility have in their accidental emergency building at Chavagacheri, along with the newly opened blood bank. We will able to hopefully increase our dialysis frequency and patient numbers, which indirectly will help to reduce the burden of Jaffna Teaching Hospital. While once again thanking our esteemed guests for their contribution, I would like to mention to them that there is an ever-increasing need in terms of medication, equipments, and other resources, in the presence of which we can improve upon the level of care we provide to our population. அனைவருக்கும் இனிய காலை வணக்கங்கள். இன்றைய சிறப்பான நாளில் பிரதம விருந்தினராக வருகை தந்திருக்கும் கனேடியன் தூதுவர், எமது விருந்தினர்கள், வைத்திய அச்சியத்தர்கள், எனது சக வைத்தியசாலை உத்தியோகத்தர்கள், வைத்தியசாலை அபிவிருத்தி சங்க உத்தியோகத்தர்கள், தென்மராட்சி அபிவிருத்தி கழக உறுப்பினர்கள் எல்லோரையும் வருக வருக என வரவேற்பதில் பெருமை கொள்கின்றேன். திருவள்ளுவர் கூறுகின்றார், நிலவரை நீள்கழல் ஆற்றின் புலவரை போற்றாது புத்தல் உலகு. அதாவது ஒருவன் செய்யும் செயல் உலகத்தின் எல்லை வரை சென்றால் வானுலகம் தேவரை போற்றாது அவனியை புகழ் செய்தவனியை போற்றும் என்பதற்கிணங்க திருவாளர் செந்தில்குமரன் தனது பல்வேறு வகையான நலத்திட்டங்களை இன்று தனது தாயக மண்ணுக்கு செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார். அதன் ஒரு கட்டமாக எமது வைத்தியசாலைக்கு 2 குருதி சுத்திகரிக்கும் இயந்திரங்களை வழங்கி எமது நோயாளிகளுக்கு பேருதவி செய்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றார். ஆகவே இத்தருணத்தில் எல்லோரையும் வருக வருகென வரவேற்று நிகழ்வு தொடர சந்தோஷமாக தொடர்வதற்கு ஆண்டவனை பிரார்த்திக்கின்றேன். நன்றி.
Thank you, Dr. Satyamurthy, for that warm welcome. Next, I invite our chairman, Dr. S. Kumaravel, former medical superintendent, to address the gathering.
It's another milestone or landmark in the history of Base Hospital Chavacheri. Our co-chairman, Dr. Kandiban, our chief guest, His Excellency Eric Walsh, Ambassador for Canada to Sri Lanka, Dr. Patirana, our Provincial Director of Health Services, Dr. Kediswaran, our Regional Director of Health Services, Mr. Sendil Kumaran, the donor of these invaluable equipments to our people, Dr. Brahma Thangaraja, our consultant nephrologist from University of Jaffna Medical Faculty, and Dr. Tishani Seraladan, Medical Superintendent, all the invitees, public, Patient Welfare Society, Tenmarachi Development Association, media, and my friends. It's a pleasure for me to have this program and chair this program today on the last day of my tenure in this hospital. It was a very hard effort. Actually, we originated with the help of Dr. Brahma, who has connected me with Mr. Sendil Kumaran. Though I know him for more than 5 years, I was not in remote thought that I can get the help from him about this, because we worked in another project when I was in Kilinochchi. But Dr. Brahma connected us, and then it was materialized in within 3 months. We have brought 2 extra machines. The dialysis unit started in 2018 when Dr. Achyutan was the medical superintendent here. It started with very difficulties, high difficulties, because no staff given to us. We managed to share the staff, nursing officers, doctors, and everyone. We shared and we started. Gradually we increased to 4 machines. Until now, our dialysis unit is in a semi-permanent building, which was built in 1995 when the mass exodus happened in Jaffna. That it was built as a temporary operation theatre, and we are using for last 6 years as a dialysis unit. Now, with the help of international medical health organizations, an organization of expatriate Tamil doctors working centered in USA, have donated more than 2 million to make the facility next to you. So we are planning to shift our dialysis unit to here. With these 2 equipment, our strength is going to increase into 6. Now, because of the shortage of staff, we have only the daytime dialysis cycles. With this development, we can go up to 9 machines in this space. But with the 6 machines, our capacity is going to increase by 50%. That is very worth for the patients who are traveling beyond this hospital to Teaching Hospital Jaffna. Most of our patients need at least 3 cycles per week, but unfortunately we are giving only 2 cycles. So this will help in that way also to get the optimal care. I like to thank Mr. Sendil Kumaran for donating this equipment, and we need more assistance from him. He is doing a lot of charity works all over the north and east. He is one of the expatriate displaced from Jaffna to Canada, but without forgetting his roots, he is still contributing to the society by various means, by doing cardiac surgeries, dialysis units in other hospitals, mobile clinical service for bedridden patients. Likewise, he is doing a lot of charity works. I have to thank him on behalf of the catchment area population of Chavacheri Hospital and my staff. Also, I like to put a request on this occasion. This hospital was totally destroyed in 2000, except the dialysis unit building which is now there. It was brought to ground during the war, and gradually we are building with the limited funds. Almost all the buildings are, except Dil building, are donations by various organizations, international and local organizations. Equipment, also many equipment are donations. We expect broad-minded people and charities and even international agencies and the Canadian government to help us, not only the Chavacherry Base Hospital, but the health sector in the entire northern province, to build a resilient and good quality health services. Unfortunately, Chavacherry Base Hospital has only a very bad condition, maternity ward in a bad condition building. It was built immediately after the end of war in 2004 as a semi-permanent building. It is now almost in a collapsing stage. We have built an operation theatre, but the maternity ward is lagging. It has only 13 beds. We need to expand and build a new maternity ward. I like to put that request to Senthil Kumaran and Honorable His Excellency Canadian Ambassador, if they can, please assist us. And also I have to tell on behalf of our staff, this hospital is thriving. The staff are very dedicated. They will work towards the betterment of our population. And on this day, I thank all of my staff and all the guests to giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring words. Next, I invite our co-chairman, Dr. Thangara T. Kandiban, Medical Superintendent, Base Hospital, Savacheri, to address the gathering.
The chief guest, His Excellency Eric Walsh, High Commission of Canada, Sri Lanka. Our special guest, Dr. S.D. Pathirana, Provincial Director of Health Service, Northern Province. Dr. R.M. Kediswaran, our Regional Director of Health Service. Mr. T. Senthil Kumaran, Senthil Kumaran Relief Agency, Canada. And our guest of honor, Dr. Brahma R. Thangaraja. He is the consultant in nephrology as well as the senior lecturer in Faculty of Medicine, University of Jaffna. And my co-chairman, Dr. S. Kumaravel, who is behind this initiative and final achievement of this program. And Dr. Tishani, a medical superintendent. And all the consultants, all the medical officers, nursing officers, and other staff of this base hospital, Savacheri, and the Patient Welfare Association, Tenmaraja Development Association, media, and all the interested parties of this base hospital, Savacheri. A warm welcome to you all. Because this is my first day in this hospital. I am new to this hospital, and actually I have just visited yesterday and accompanied the former medical superintendent to see the how this hospital has been at the moment running with the services and the shortcomings. So I can remember the dialysis unit was opened around more than 6 years. 6 years ago, under the leadership of Dr. Achudan, who was the medical superintendent at that time. So he was invited me when I was, I can't remember where was me that time, but I came for the program. So I indebted to him because anything, even whatever the building, there should be a cornerstone. So that is the cornerstone for this function. So I was much happy because of that initiative. Today we can able to expand the dialysis unit here. I was in Vavuniya General Hospital. That time we have there are around 9 beds, but even though we have 9 beds, whatever the beds we are expanding, we can't cooperate all the patients. So the patients are coming to us and ask us, sir, we need 3 cycles, 2 cycles, but we are getting only, some patients are waiting in the list. So their main agony is they have to go to another hospital because they can't, actually they can't, even they can't accommodate that fund to go to another hospital, because we asked to go to Vavuniya Tumulachi, they can't go because they don't have money to go. So it's very pathetic conditions. So expanding the service is inevitable, and I hope this 2 machines is not enough for the Saint Marachi region. We need another some 2 or 3 machines, but with the time the patients numbers are also increasing, because the diabetic patients are increasing in the South Asia region. So hope, I think this service is going to expand in the future as well. And I'd like to thank especially Dr. Brahma, who is a nephrologist not only for Jaffna district, he is a nephrologist for the whole northern province, because I know him. He is the one who is supportive to all the hospitals in northern, because whenever we ask to cover up the hospitals in northern province, he usually say no, don't say no. And I remember recently we have initiated it in the Malawi Base Hospital as well. So there were services expanded in Malawi, and government also always supportive with us whenever we ask for the staff for dialysis unit. Usually they never say no. So that is the another pillar we have. So in the same time, I want to thank the Provincial Director of Health Services and the Regional Director of Health Services, who was Dr. Kediswaran, who was the previous Provincial Director, and he was very supportive for any initiative in Northern Province, and he was the leader in Northern Province for such long time, and I was worked with him for last 4 or 5 years, so I know sir was very helpful. And in the future, to the development of Base Hospital Savacheri, I hope both regional director and the provincial director will be supportive with us. Especially, I prefer this. We had a main problem with gynecology and obstetric ward and the rug stores, and especially we need a lot of quarters for the staff, because our staff, some staffs are sleeping in the floor. Not only the patients in the Base Hospital Savacheri, the staffs also sleeping in the floor. So in some places, because there is no place to put the beds inside. So hope we need much supportive from all the associations, international association, and especially the Embassy of Canada, to consider what earlier medical superintendent told regarding the gynecology and obstetric ward. And I hope the initiative which done by Mr. Sendil Kumaran from Canada, he already Dr. Kumaravel said about your support to the North and East, and I hope to consider the gynecology and obstetric ward complex, because it is a very important at the point of time. So I hope within next 2 years we will get a new ward to this hospital. And I don't want to take much more time, and I am very much thankful to all the people who have supporting the Base Hospital Savacheri at present, and expecting the same in the future as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kandiban, for those hopeful words. Next, I invite our special guest, Dr. A. Kediswaran, Regional Director of Health Services, Jaffna, to say a few words.
Co-chairmen of this occasion, Dr. S. Kumaravel, former medical superintendent of Base Hospital Savacheri, and Dr. T. Kandiban, the present medical superintendent of Base Hospital Savacheri. The chief guest of the occasion, His Excellency Eric Walls, High Commissioner of Canada to Sri Lanka. Special guest, Dr. Saman Pathirana, the Provincial Director of Health Services, Northern Province, and Mr. T. Sendil Kumaran, the Sendil Kumaran's Relief Agency, Canada. Our guest of honor, Dr. Brahma, the consultant nephrologist from Teaching Hospital, Jaffna, and also our acting medical superintendent, Dr. Tishani Seralathan, and also our DMO, Varani Hospital, Dr. Achudan, our consultants, and the staff of this hospital, the members of the Patient Welfare Society, Base Hospital Savacheri, and also the members of the Tenmarachi Development Association, media. Good morning to everybody. It's a great pleasure and privilege for me be present at the occasion of handing over this dialysis mission to Base Hospital, Chavacheri by the Sindhil Kumarans Relief Agency, Canada. It is my duty to express our gratitude on behalf of people of Jaffna district as well as on behalf of the Health Department of Jaffna to Mr. Sendil Kumaran for your generous donation. I know him because he carries out a lot of this kind of supporting projects in northern province for several years. I think soon after the war, I met him in Canada personally, and I think he was supporting a lot of patients for cardiac surgeries. I think recently in the teaching hospital Jaffna, they have opened a unit. He was supporting to establish a cardiac surgery in teaching hospital Jaffna. Thank you very much on behalf of the people of Jaffna district. And also it is my duty to extend our gratitude to His Excellency Ambassador, High Commissioner, for gracing this occasion on our invitation. This week is a very remarkable week for Base Hospital Chavacheri. Last Tuesday, we have opened a new blood bank for this hospital. It will be a milestone in the history of this hospital. And today, we are getting 2 dialysis machines to this hospital. In fact, this dialysis unit was actually modified with the help of the IMHO USA. They contributed. And we have received the backup generator, standby generator 400 kVA in Colombo. I think very soon we are starting to put up the generator platform and room. I hope within 1 month time we will be able to install that generator and establish the standby power supply for this building, accident emergency unit building. So after that, I think we are planning to ship the dialysis unit to this new unit. As Dr. Kumaravel mentioned, we can have 6 machines. We can run this unit with 6 machines. Dr. Brahma is here. He knows in Jaffna district, actually not only in Jaffna district, even entire northern province, the number of dialysis, the patients with chronic kidney failure in increase. The prevalence is in the increase. So in Jaffna district also, we observe the increasing trend of number of chronic kidney disease patients. In Jaffna, we have 4 hospitals with the dialysis machines unit facilities, Teaching Hospital Jaffna, Base Hospitals Tellipale, Point Pittu and Chavacheri. But still, the demand, we are unable to cater the demand and the need of the patients to give a satisfactory or optimum care for these patients. So it is our duty to strengthen and expand the services of the dialysis units in Jaffna district. I think Dr. Brahma, consultant nephrologist, will explain in his speech. We have to, I think he has his own plans how to expand the teaching hospital Jaffna. And I think in Point P2 with the Netherlands project also, we are getting a new dialysis unit. So it is our duty, it's a time, the need to expand the services for the chronic kidney patients in not only in Jaffna district as well as in the entire northern province. So today it's a remarkable day, and also last Monday, I think with our new provincial director of health services, he visited this hospital, and we had a very fruitful discussion how to improve the service delivery of this hospital. We know this hospital during the war time, this hospital was completely destroyed up to the ground level. And since 2005, we started to slowly reconstruct this hospital, and today we have brought up this hospital to this level. But this area, there's a lot of people depend on this area. Most of the people are very poor. So we have to deliver and establish the services for the people of this region. So we are committed, and definitely we will extend our support to improve the services of this hospital. And also, once again, I would like to thank the Sendil Kumaran Agency for your support. And then very soon we will ship this dialysis unit, and the people of this area will be benefited from this donation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kediswaran, for those enlightening words. I now kindly invite our special guest, Dr. VP SD Patirana, Provincial Director of Health Services, Northern Province, to share a few thoughts.
Good morning, all of you. His Excellency Eric Walsh, High Commissioner of Canada to Sri Lanka, RDHS Jaffna, former MS and current MS of Base Hospital Chava Kacheri, all the consultants and staff members of the hospital, Mr. Sendul Kumar and members of his agency, Sendul Kumar Agency, and members of hospital welfare committees and all the distinguished invitees. As the previous speaker said, this is a very remarkable day in the history of Base Hospital Chava Kacheri. You all know Sri Lanka is providing free health and free education. All the services from major surgeries, high-end investigations, up to the OPD services are free of charge at the point of care. But still, this is a very big challenge to the government, providing everything free of charge. In addition to that, we have very good preventive health structure as well. Our indicators when it comes to maternal and child health, they are very far with the indicators of developed countries. But still the challenge is there. So we need the support of donors. So in that sense, this is a really worthy project. So today you are contributing to improve the facilities of our dialysis unit. Definitely the patients of this area, not only this area, and people from entire Northern Province will benefit with your generous support. So we are very grateful to you. Actually recently we got 4 major healthcare facilities to Northern Province. A&E Accident and Emergency Unit in Point Peduru, Rehabilitation and Mental Wellness Unit in Mankulam, Maternal Health Unit in Kilinochchi, and Cardiology and Nephrology Unit to DGH Vaunia under Drives of Lawn project from Government of Netherlands. Similarly, Sri Lanka getting a lot of contributions to the health sector from the donors. So that may be the secret behind how we are managing free health within the country. So when it comes to Base Hospital Chava Kacheri, the other thing what I want to tell you is I assumed duties in other province about 6 weeks back. My observation is there are government servants who think out of the box and works some extra miles beyond their level. So in that case, I am very happy to come here and I think I have made a correct decision to come and lead the health team in Northern Province. So when it comes to Chava Kacheri Hospital, your former MS, today he is going to Kites Hospital. He has done wonderful service in this hospital. As Dr. Kediswaran said, myself and Dr. Kediswaran visited this hospital a couple of days back. So I was very impressed when I am entering the hospital also. So he has done wonderful, he has taken wonderful effort to keep the hospital in very good condition. Not only that, he has done established many extraordinary services within the hospital. So alcohol and drug rehabilitation service, 24-hour service, residential service, and rehabilitation unit. And with his personal contacts, he has coordinated many resources, many human resources. I think he's getting a lot of support from the teaching hospital consultants. And one other thing which I should appreciate, there are many deficiencies in the human resources in the hospital, but he takes some innovative ways to, make it happen. So because there's no ECG technician, now he has, with the support of community organizations, he's hiring an ECG technician. That kind of lot of things, we should appreciate his service, and I'm very sure that he will do the same in Base Hospital Kites also. So newly appointed MS and the other MS, Dr. Tishani. So she's going to work as acting MS here for next 1 year maybe. So I am very sure that they will be also taking their effort to improve the hospital. And the other thing what I should appreciate is there's a very good teamwork within the hospital. I observed that. So all the consultants and other team members, they are taking, they have, they want to improve the hospital facilities as their own hospital. So thank you very much, everyone. And I really appreciate our chief guest, His Excellency Eric Walsh. I think it's a great honor, your presence here today with us. So we are grateful to you and your commitment to come all the way from Colombo to this northern province and be with us today. Thank you very much. So at last, what I would say, as the provincial department, we are there to help you all. Whatever the thing that you want from provincial department, we are very happy to help you all. And we are happy to work with you all very closely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for those kind words. Before I invite our next guest, it would only be apt to give a very brief introduction about our guest. Mr. T. Senthilkumaran, who along with Senthilkumaran Relief Agency Canada, has been donating to many deserving and charitable causes in northern and eastern Sri Lanka. To name a few, he's been assisting in over 118 life-saving surgeries, many of which are cardiac surgeries and even renal transplants. He's also been establishing many dialysis units, cardiac emergency units, also carry out mobile medical care services, and also assisting financially to many who are in need. It is my pleasure to invite our special guest and donor, Mr. T. Senthilkumaran of Senthilkumaran Relief Agency Canada, to share a few thoughts.
Vanakkam. Hello everyone. 1 second. I would like to thank His Excellency Eric Walsh for specifically giving us, not for one occasion, 3 occasions, and his time. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank all the medical staff, the PD, the RDHS, Dr. Kedishwaran, Dr. Patirana, Dr. Kumaravel, Dr. Brahma, more importantly, has been working tirelessly. You should be also called Mahavishnu, because Mahavishnu saves lives. He's always trying to, you know, the profession that he is in, it's not like a cardiac surgeon. you have to see them, and you have to kidney those people who have the kidney disease. You know how hard it is, and you have to prolong their life. And him and his team have been doing such a good job. I'm going to actually speak in English. There are 2 events today, totally over there. So I'm going to continue my brief conversation in Tamil. And this way I'm not repeating the same in both events. முதற்கண் நான் இந்த உலகிற்கு என்னை அருந்தருளிய என்னுடைய பெற்றோருக்கும் என்னை நல்ல முறையில் வளர்த்து ஆளாக்கிய ஆசிரியர் பெருமக்கள், மற்றது எனது சுற்றம், எனது சகோதரர்கள், இவர்களுக்கெல்லாம் நான் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு நான் இந்த சின்ன உரையை தொடங்குகிறேன். நாங்கள் வாழும் வாழ்க்கை மிக சிறியது. முதலில் நாங்கள் ஒரு மனிதனா பிறப்பதே ஒரு மிக அரிது. அண்ட் அந்த ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி வரும்பொழுது நாங்கள் மட்டும் வாழாமல் நாங்கள் பிறருக்காகவும் வாழ்ந்து பிறருடைய நலத்திற்காக நாங்கள் கொஞ்சம் எங்களுடைய நேரத்தை செலவு செய்யும் பொழுது நாங்கள் அந்த ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு அருமையான ஒரு பாடல் ஒன்று இருக்கிறது. திரு புரட்சி தலைவர் எம்ஜிஆர் அவர்களுடைய படத்தில் வரும், கடவுளிலே கருணைதனை காணலாம், அந்த கருணையிலே கடவுளையும் காணலாம், நல்ல மனசாட்சியே தேவன் அரசாட்சியாம், அங்கு ஒருபோதும் தவறாது அரசாட்சியாம். அந்த பாடல் வர மாதிரி நாங்கள் கருணையோடு பிறரிடம் நாங்கள் நடக்கும் பொழுது மனிதர் மட்டுமில்லை விலங்குகளிடம் இப்படியான இது செய்யும் போது எங்களுடைய சோல் இன்னும் சுத்தமடையும். மற்றது நாங்கள் செய்கிற பாவ புண்ணியங்களை இது வைத்துத்தான் அடுத்த ஜென்மம் என்று ஒன்று இருக்கின்றது. அந்த ரீதியில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நாங்கள் எத்தனையோ நாங்கள் எங்களோட லைஃப்பை மட்டும் பார்க்காம பிறருக்காக வாழும் ஒரு வாழ்க்கை மிக அற்புதமானது. ஸோ எனியாவ் நான் அந்த ரீதியில் நான் இந்த இவ்வளவு பற்றி சொன்னவங்க நான் அது செய்தேன் இது செய்தேன் உண்மையாக இதுக்கெல்லாம் காரணம் கனடா மக்கள். நீங்கள் அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு கரகோஷத்தை கொடுங்க. ஏனென்றால் கனடா தேசம் எங்களை வந்தோருக்கு வாழ்வளித்து எங்களை இந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு நிலைமைக்கு கொண்டு வந்து நாங்கள் பிறருக்கு உதவி செய்யறதுக்கு இப்படியான ஒரு சந்தர்ப்பத்தை கொடுத்துருக்கு. கனடாவில் இருக்க தமிழர்கள், புலம்பெயர் தமிழர்கள், கனடா மட்டும் இல்லை, நீங்கள் யூகேல எல்லா இடத்துலையும் இவங்கள் உங்களுக்கு ஒன்றுண்டா பதட்டம் நினைச்சு கூட பார்க்கல. நான் இந்த நிவாரணம் என்ற அமைப்பை தொடங்கி பல வருடங்களாக நான் இதை செய்து கொண்டு வரேன். சுனாமிக்கு பிறகு நான் எனக்கு ஒரு விழிப்புணர்வு ஏன் நாங்கள் என்னுடைய பாடுற திறன்ல ஒரு சின்ன எங்களுக்கு கடவுள் ஒரு இதை கொடுத்திருக்கிறார் கிஃப்டை, இந்த கிஃப்டை கொண்டு நாங்கள் பிறருக்கு எப்படி நாங்கள் பயன்படுத்தலாம் என்று அன்று தொடக்கம் 2008 மட்டும், பிறகு 2016 தொடக்கம் இன்று மட்டும் நான் தொடர்ச்சியாக செய்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றேன். இதற்கு முழு காரணிகள் கனடாவில் இருக்கும் அன்பு உள்ளங்கள். எத்தனையோ பேர் முகம் தெரியாத மனிதர்கள் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுவாங்க. நான் கோவிலில் போய் நிற்கிறது, அந்த கோவிலில் போய் நிற்கும் போது அந்த ரீசன் பல பேரை உள்வாங்கணும். ஒரு உதாரணம் ஒன்று சொல்றேன். அங்கே திருமதி பிரான்சிஸ் அந்தோணி பிள்ளை குவாலிட்டி பேக்கரி என்று இருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்கள் எப்பொழுதும் மாதம் $1000 தவறாமல் கொடுப்பார்கள். அப்பொழுது அவர் அந்த ஏனதை நான் சொல்ல வாரென்றால், அதை விட ஒரு வருஷத்துக்கு ஒரு பிறந்த நாளோ ஒரு கல்யாண வீடு அவங்களோட வீட்டை வந்தால் இன்னும் ஒரு $7,000-8,000 அப்படி ஒரு எங்களோட மக்கள் நல்லா இருக்கணும் உண்டு வாரி வழங்கக்கூடிய மக்கள் அப்படி பல பேர் இருக்கிறாங்க. அதே சமயம் கோவிலில் போய் நிற்கும் போது நான் ஒரு ஆள்கிட்ட $1000 எடுக்கிறதும் சரிதான், ஒரு 20-50 பேர்கிட்ட ஒரு $1000 எடுக்கும் போது பல பேரை நான் அதில் பங்காளிகளாக்கின்றேன். அப்ப அவர்களுக்கும் அந்த கொடுக்கும் தன்மை வளர்கிறது, அவர்களுக்கும் ஒரு சந்தோஷம், ஆத்ம திருப்தி. நாங்கள் இந்த மாதிரி ஒருத்தரை காப்பாற்றி இருக்கிறோம் இந்த உலகத்தில் இருக்கிறது கண்டு. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரியான தொடர்ச்சியாக ஆதரவளிக்கும் அனைத்து உள்ளங்களுக்கும் இந்த நேரத்தில் நான் இதன் மூலமாக நன்றியை தெரிவிக்கின்றேன். நான் ஒரு பாலம் தான் இது. நானும் துணைவியாரும் எங்களுடைய சொந்த பணத்தை போட்டு தான் நாங்கள் இப்போ கடைசியாக எம்ஜிஆர் 108-7 என்ற ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சியை நடத்தி ஒவ்வொரு வருஷமும் அதை நடத்துவோம். அந்த கணக்குகளை ஃபேஸ்புக்கில் சிங்கர் சிந்தில் என்று நீங்கள் பார்க்கலாம். அதை நாங்கள் பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணி இந்த ஒரு டயாலிசிஸ் இந்த 2 எக்யூப்மெண்ட்ஸ், அதை விட யாழ்ப்பாணத்தில் இன்றைக்கு அடுத்ததான் அந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு போகிறோம். இதய சத்திர சிகிச்சைகளுக்கு தேவையான அவசியம் தேவைப்படும் TOE ப்ரோப் என்ற ஒரு எக்கோ மிஷினோட சேர்த்து கொடுக்குறோம். அமெரிக்காவிலேருந்து எடுத்தனானது. அது கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரிஜினல் ப்ரைஸ் கிட்டத்தட்ட 4 கோடிக்கு மேலே, எங்களுக்கு ஒரு 2.25 கோடிக்கு எங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சது. அப்போ ரொம்ப அவசியமான ஒரு மிஷின். இங்கே நுஷாரகேஷன், கேன் யூ ப்ளீஸ் ஸ்டாண்ட் அப் அப்டேட்? யா, இவர் இந்த ஹார்ட் சர்ஜரி தேவைப்பட்டு, இஸ் ஒன்லி 22 years old. He is one of the beneficiary of the heart surgery project. Dr. Gurubaran sent me a note saying that he was in a critical condition about 3 years ago. 3 வருஷம் முன்னால தம்பி உங்களுக்கு 2 years. அப்போ நான் உடனடியாக இவரை நான் கொலம்புக்கு அனுப்பி இவருடைய இதய சத்திர சிகிச்சை செய்து இவர் நலமோடு இருக்கிறார். அதற்கு காரணம் டாக்டர் காந்திஜி. இந்த நேரத்தில் நான் நன்றி கூற கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கிறேன். டாக்டர் காந்திஜி அவருடைய டீம் லங்கா மருத்துவமனையில் 1% வாங்காம அவங்க ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் சார்ஜஸ் மட்டும் இது பண்ணிக்கொண்டு நீங்க இருங்க தம்பி. இவரை மாதிரி நாங்கள் 118 பேருக்கு இந்த மாதிரியான சிகிச்சைகளை வழங்கி இருக்கிறோம். அப்போ அதுக்கு காரணம் கனடா தமிழ் உறவுகள் தான். இந்த இதுக்கு குறிப்பாக நான் மீடியா எல்லாருக்கும் நான் நன்றி சொல்ல கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கிறேன். மீடியா இல்லை என்றால் உண்மையாக நாங்கள் எங்களை மெசேஜை வெளியில் கொண்டு போயிடாது. நான் கனடாவாக இருக்கட்டும் இங்கேயா இருக்கட்டும், கனடாவில் CMR 101.3, ஈஸ்ட் FM 102.7, CTR 24, செய்தி, லோகேந்திரலிங்கம் திரு உதயன் பத்திரிகை அதிபர், மற்றது EC நியூஸ் 24, இப்படி எத்தனையோ பேர் தங்களுடைய இந்த இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிகள் நடக்கும் போதெல்லாம் பெரும் ஆதரவு தந்து மக்கள் வெளியிலே கொண்டு வரதுக்கு பெரும் உதவி செய்திருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்கள் அப்படி செய்ய இல்லைன்னா இந்த அளவுக்கு நான் பணம் சென்ற முறை $212,000 நான் சேர்த்தேன். அப்போ அது காரணம் இந்த மீடியாக்கள். அதே போல் இங்கே நான் 2016ஆம் ஆண்டு இங்கே இறங்கின போது குறிப்பாக நான் திரு MP ஸ்ரீதரன் அவர்களுக்கு பெரிய நன்றி சொல்லணும். ஏனென்றால் இங்கே வாரதுக்கு நான் முதல்ல பயப்பட்டேன் நான். அப்போ அந்த நேரத்தில் ஒரு மனதைரியத்தை தந்து இங்கே எனக்கு இங்கே செய்யலாம்னு சொல்லி தன்னுடைய ஆட்களை எல்லாம் தந்து அதுக்கு பிறகு நான் அவருடைய அந்த அந்த என்னமாயின்றால் அவர் ஒரு காலம் என்னை கேட்டதில் தன் மூலம் தான் கொடுக்கணும்னு சொல்லி. அப்போ அதனால் எனக்கு ரொம்ப அதில் விருப்பம் அவர் மேலே. ஆனால் எனக்கு அந்த நேரத்தில் அந்த கிரவுண்டில் எனக்கு பெரிய உதவிகளை செய்து இதை நிவாரணம் தனது காரணமானவர். மற்றது மீடியா சைடில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தம்பி பாஸ்கரன் இவர் கொலம்புல வந்திருக்கிறார். he is the head of Lankashri in the sense for the corporate division here in Sri Lanka. He has come all the way from Colombo, him and his wife. அவங்க சரியான ஹெல்ப். இவரும் ஜெஃப்ரி சக்தி டிவி மற்றது டான் டிவி திரு சந்திரன் இவர்கள் எல்லாருக்கும் நான் நன்றி சொல்கிற அந்த நேரத்தில் I can assure you that there was request about the maternity ward. Definitely if there is enough staff, I can assure you that I will be able to fund the needed equipments for that. I can assure you that. Right? என்னடா ஒரு இப்படி ஒரு 1,20,000 பேர், almost 120,000 people are benefiting from this hospital from the surrounding many villages and cities. So it's important that they need to have a maternity center. Now they are going all the way to Jaffna to get something that's that's very much needed. So நான் கட்டாயமா இந்த nursing staff இருக்கிற பட்சத்தில் if you can provide the nursing staff and the doctors for that unit, I'll definitely be able to fund that. And same thing, they ask for more dialysis machines. I definitely will commit to that as well. இந்த நேரத்தில் இன்னொன்று குறிப்பிட விரும்புகிறேன். One donor called me right after the show, my MGR நூற்றியர் நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு பிறகு. He said, so I only heard about your show and I missed it. But you know what? I'll give $100,000. $100,000. He didn't expect tax receipt. He didn't expect anything. So I said, okay, now what? How about you sponsor one of the dialysis machines here, and the rest I can use it towards the surgeries for young children. He said that's fine. So அவர் தன்னுடைய பேரை சொல்ல விரும்பவில்லை. He said don't mention my name. So one machine has been donated by that particular individual. So please give a big hand. And another $75,000. இந்த நேரத்தில் இந்த நிவாரண அமைப்புக்கு there are many people who help me to do shows, to raise funds in many ways. So I would like to thank a few. Obviously there are many that I may miss. Mohan and Murugan, Prem, இவங்கெல்லாம் இந்த ஏரியாவை சேர்ந்தவங்க. முருகன் சாகச்சேரி அவரை சேர்ந்தவர், அவங்க பிரேம் கோப்பாய், மற்றது ஸ்ரீ நண்பர் ஸ்ரீ வந்தவருக்குமே என்னோட இருக்கிறார், அவருக்கு நன்றி. ஆரி ஃப்ரம் கனடா. அண்ட் ஐ வுட் லைக் டு தேங்க் ஆல் தி சிங்கர்ஸ். என்னுடைய பாடல் நிகழ்ச்சிகளில் பங்கு பெற்றின சிங்கர்ஸ், ஷியானாஸ் பேண்ட், லத்தன் பிரதர்ஸ் பேண்ட், மற்றது MC செய்தவர்கள், அவ்வளோ பேருக்கு நான் நன்றி. இந்த நேரத்தில் நான் குறிப்பாக கனடா கந்தசாமி ஆலயத்துக்கு ஐ வுட் லைக் டு சே ஒன் லாஸ்ட் நோட். திஸ் பர்டிகுலர் டெம்பிள் in Canada, Kandasamy Temple allows us It's one of the only temple that allows us to do fundraising on a consistent basis. At least we do 3 or 4 times. As I told before, one of the reasons for me to go and stand there, I usually will go, set up a table and stand there. I won't sit. The reason is when you're asking for alms, when you're asking for a donation, you cannot sit. You have to stand there. And the reason for that is, again, as I explained, you want many people to contribute. You wanted to create more people like myself or ourselves to do this, because one Senthil Kumaran cannot do everything. So there is a need that many people should do their own charitable work and not to really depend on one organization or something like that, and take the thing and run, because that's the only way how we can create a healthy society. So இந்த நேரத்தில் அந்த ஆலயத்துக்கும் நான் உங்கள் சார்பில் மிகப்பெரிய கரகோஷத்தை கொடுங்க. அவங்க மூலமாக 5 உயிர்கள் காப்பாற்றப்பட்டுள்ளது. I saved 5 lives by collecting donations from the temple lobby alone. So thank you so much. So இந்த நேரத்தில் எல்லாருக்கும் நன்றியை தெரிவிச்சுக்கொண்டு thank you everyone. நான் மேலும் யாரும் இதில் நான் மென்ஷன் பண்ணாவிட்டிருந்தா மன்னிச்சுக்கொள்ளுங்க. We have to head to the next event anyhow. I would like to thank everyone again for this great opportunity. நிச்சயமாக தொடரும், எங்களுடைய உதவிகள் தொடரும். நன்றி.
Thank you, Mr. T. Senthil Kumaran, for those humble and hopeful words. And we hope your work continues to serve us and many other communities that are in need. We are now at the most important segment in our agenda for the day, the ceremonial handing over of the dialysis machines. And I invite our esteemed guests to move forward for the ceremonial handing over. Thank you. And with that, two other extra machines, we are sure our dialysis unit will continue to serve many other patients. Following that, I invite Dr. Brahma R. Thangaraja, consultant nephrologist, to offer some remarks to the audience.
Good morning, everyone. His Excellency Eric Walsh and Dr. Sanath Patirana and all the directors and the only one question arises: where does the goodness begin? Nallannam enge thodangugirathu. Does it begin with these 2 machines, or the previous 2 machines, or the previous 2 machines before that? இந்த 2 இயந்திரங்களுக்கு மூலமாக அந்த நல்லெண்ணம் வெளிப்படுறது, இல்லாட்டி அதுக்கு முதலா, இல்லாட்டி அதுக்கு முதலா, இல்லாட்டி is it the institution that was built in Malawi, or is it the institution that was built in Mullaitivu, or is it the person who introduced me to him, Guruvaran sir? No idea. Or is it the 108 surgeries he did it? Is it the pioneers of dialysis? Perananda Raja said, doctor, it's like, what is the point? இதுக்கு முதல் எத்தனையோ பேர் அதை செஞ்சு கொண்டு தான் வரையணும். அப்போ எல்லா இடத்துலையும் ஒரு நல்லெண்ணம் இருக்கு. என்ன கேட்டா the நல்லெண்ணம் started in Kandy Hospital. நான் அங்க ட்ரெயின் பண்ணேன். Kandy Hospital, National Hospital, catered the whole island. People would go to Kandy Hospital from Jaffna, from Gaul, from Hambantota. So I was trained there. Is it that whether the goodness started in the teaching hospital Kandy? We have a dream. Agenda, we have a dream. We decided in 2025 we need to have a policy of providing reasonable renal replacement therapy for almost everyone in the area we work. We don't want to say Northern Province, Eastern Province. It's the area we work. So, நாங்கள் வேலை செய்கிற இடத்துல ஏழுமான அளவுக்கு ஏழுமான ஆட்களுக்கு நாங்கள் டயாலிசிஸ் சார்ந்த சேவைகளை கொடுக்கணும். ஏழுமான அளவுக்கு அது கஷ்டம். நாங்கள் தொடங்கிக்க சரியான கஷ்டம். அது தொடங்கிட்டு தேர்ந்து இது மாதிரி மற்ற இடங்களுக்கு நாங்கள் கொண்டு போக வேணும். So then we wanted to add not only dialysis, we wanted to add transplant. But we have done 15 transplant surgery. Today also they are doing a transplant surgery. So we have transplant. Then we want to do peritoneal dialysis, other modes of dialysis. So all the people can get the benefits of it. அப்போ ஒரு இடத்துல நாங்கள் நிற்க கூடாது. So I would say இது ஒரு பேருந்து பயணம். It's a long journey that we have started. அதுல எல்லாரும் important. அதுல அந்த 4 சில்லும் வேணும். எங்களுக்கு சில்லு கலண்டா சில்லு கொடுக்கிறதுக்கு there are people. இல்லையா? When we get stuck, then they want someone to support us with the wheels. When we want stuck there, we want the people, drivers to be there, nurses. It's difficult to work with me. So the nurses, they do accept the hardships. So it's a nurse-led service. It's nurse-led service. The nurses are always there, always friendly. Jaffna, it's difficult times. They always do it. Then when we are not there, the medical officers, the physicians, so they don't bother much us. They will take the responsibility, bad patients, and they say this is what is happening. So it's a joint effort. There is Dr. Bhavantan, previous nephrologist who has done. He's liaised with him a lot to get the Mallavi done, Dr. Bhavan. Then there is one Ramesh, doctor. The administrators have always been helpful. In asking for Kediswaran Kumaravelaya, so I want to do it. Okay, we'll do it. Get the space, we'll do it. So that enthusiasm, that's always been supported. When we did a Klinochi project also, there are people who are upset. We have a transplant, we don't get the approval done. We go to Kandiban and say, we can't get the ministry approval. What can we do? So he said, okay, I will. So they stayed in the day and got the approval done in a day's time. So it's a joint effort. So I feel guilty to be here. I have to speak for other people as well. But it's a journey. It's a long journey. And the journey has its own difficulties. So now we got the coach, the bus driving. We have put the wheels, got a driver, got the fuel, and we are going to reach. We're going to reach our target. And we've got to make sure the people and the passengers are comfortable. That is our priority, which we have not started doing yet. But by 2025, we started in 2019. 2025, we need to have reasonable coverage of renal replacement therapy. 2019-18 நாங்கள் யோசிச்சாங்க 2025 நாங்கள் ஒரு இடத்துல வந்து இருக்கோம். அது வந்து டயாலிசிஸ் மெஷின் 18 மெஷின்ல எடுத்ததை இப்ப 46க்கு கூட்டி இருக்கிறோம் நார்தர்ன் ப்ராவின்ஸ். டிரான்ஸ்பிளான்ட் சர்வீசஸ் இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்ணி இருக்கிறோம். பெரிட்டோனியல் டயல் ஆனா இன்னும் 30-40% போறதுக்கு இருக்கு. ஆனா அது நாங்கள் போனோம்னா அது காணாஸ் மற்ற இடங்கள்லையும் வரும். ஒரு இடத்துல மட்டும் இருந்து எந்த விதமான லாபங்களும் வர போறது. எல்லா இடத்துலையும் அது இருக்கக்கூடிய அளவுக்கு நாங்கள் போகணும். Hope we'll continue to support and always say it's the nurses who drive the dialysis. So, it's the nurses show, they do it, and the local physicians who are always helpful. And for us, we over the phone we say things. Yeah, it can be done. It should not be done. So refer to us. That's our responsibility. But we'll keep on doing and keep on. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much for the support.
Thank you, Dr. Brahma, for those inspiring words. And now it is my honor to invite our chief guest, His Excellency Eric Walsh, High Commissioner of Canada to Sri Lanka, to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Wanakam. Senthil Kumaran, I think without you, we simply wouldn't be here today. So thank you for making this happen. Thank you for bringing all of us together on this wonderful occasion. Thank you. Dr. Patirana, it's great that you could be here today. Dr. Keteswaran as well. Dr. Kandipan, what a wonderful way to spend your last period in this space hospital, celebrating this momentous event. Dr. Tangaraja, I've heard wonderful things about you, and I saw in your words the passion that you bring to healthcare, which is so critical for successful outcomes. It's really a pleasure for me to be here today to see the culmination of this effort to bring these dialysis machines here. I recognize maybe this is one small step in improving healthcare outcomes in Chavacheri in Northern Province, but every step is an important step, and it's important to celebrate them when we can. This donation, made possible by Senthil Kumaran and other donors in Canada, will greatly enhance the medical outcomes for renal patients, and medical staff will be able to treat them more effectively, and I think hopefully be a little less stressed in their day-to-day lives. For all the doctors here today, all of the nurses here today, all of the patients here today, I just wanted to say thank you for taking time. I won't take too long because I think many of you may have to get back to saving people's lives. But I did want to congratulate Senthil Kumaran and the whole team behind him for the tireless efforts in raising funds from the community in Canada to support purchasing this equipment. And of course, many of you and many of the doctors here at the head table have spent a lot of time and resources to make this initiative a success as well. This initiative is very much aligned with Canadian values, our sense that people and nations have become ever more interdependent. We see so many Canadians, especially with origins here in Sri Lanka, looking to see how they can contribute to making people's lives better here in this country. And it's a tremendous reflection of the strong bonds that connect Canadians and Sri Lankans, and the role that the diaspora community in Canada can play in contributing to Sri Lanka's development. So we at the High Commission of Canada, it's a real privilege for me to be here today to extend our support to all of you. Your commitment and your compassion are deeply appreciated. Together, we're making strides for a healthier future in this province and in this country. Let us continue to work hand in hand to save people's lives and foster a brighter future going forward. Thank you. Nandri. Welcome.
Thank you, sir, for those encouraging words. As we near the end of today's events, to conclude, I invite Mrs. K. Meena Varadaraja, Nursing Officer, Dialysis Unit, Base Hospital, Savacheri, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to you all. I am Mrs. K. Meena Varadaraja, Nursing Officer, Dialysis Unit. We hope today's event was a memorable one. I, on behalf of all the staff, would like to thank you, esteemed guests, for their kind contribution and other dignitaries for being present today. His Excellency Mr. Eric Walsh, the Canadian High Commission from Canada to Sri Lanka, the new Provincial Director of Health Services, Dr. V.M.S.D. Badrina sir, the Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Kediswaran sir, Mr. Senthil Kumaran of the Senthil Kumaran Relief Agency, our chief guest of the event, Dr. Brahma R. Dangaraja sir, Consultant Nephrologist and Senior Lecturer in Internal Medicine, MS Dr. Kumaravel sir, our new MS Dr. Kandiban sir, Consultant physician Dr. Kamala Jaku Madam and Dr. K. Satyamurthy Sir, we genuinely hope that we will be able to carry out routine hemodialysis for more patients in our population demographic. Finally, I would thank all the staff members, including minor staff, that were involved in their tireless efforts to make this event possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Kemina. We have now come to the end of this wonderful ceremony. As we wrap up this event, I hope we continue the great work and keep striving for excellence in everything that we do. I once again thank all our guests for joining us today, and I wish you all a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Kalabunga.
இதில் அமர்த்தி இதில் ஃபாலோ
வணக்கம். செந்தில்குமாரன் அவர்களுக்கு என்னுடைய மகன் நிசாரியேசனுக்கு ஒரு பெரும் உதவியை செய்திருக்கிறார். அது மூலம் என்னுடைய மகன் நல்ல சுயனம் மற்றும் நல்ல மாதிரி இருக்கிறார். அவற்றை உதவி மேல்மேலும் எல்லோருக்கும் போய் சேர வேண்டும் என்று நான் கடவுளை வேண்டுகிறேன். அதே போல் எங்களைப் போல இது அர்த்தமுள்ள மக்களை சேவை செய்வதற்காக காத்திருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்களுடைய உதவி எல்லோருக்கும் கிடைக்க வேண்டும் என்று நான் செந்தில்குமார் சாரை அவருடைய சார்ந்தவர்களுக்கும் நான் நன்றி சொல்ல கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கிறேன். ஐயோ சாரி.